As the madness continues, I want to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys two things that I found. And I tried to find something that could shift our energy towards maybe we'll all learn a little something. You over there in Israel, you over there in Qatar, you over there in London, you over there in Melbourne, and you over there in Newark, New Jersey. Watch this video. Just watch this video, all right? And then we'll talk about it. It's uplifting for all of you going, let's go politics. No, this is spirit. I'm listening to you. Just watch this.
Oh, you know that belief is a doubt.
How is belief a doubt?
Because you cannot believe something and know it. You can only believe in what you don't know.
I like that. You can only believe in what you don't know.
You don't know.
That's why you have to believe it.
Yes.
Ah.
Now, do you believe in your mother and father?
No, I know my mother and father.
Yeah. So, but you might believe in Jesus.
I might believe in Jesus.
Because you don't know Jesus.
I've never met him.
You can only believe in what you don't know. If I get water,
yeah,
it's quite simple, innit?
Yeah.
I get a black can,
yeah,
a white one,
yeah,
a blue one, and a yellow one, and I fill them with water and seal them. What would you see?
Nothing, just the white of the black.
You would see the different colors.
The different colors.
And if you trust those eyes of yours,
yeah,
you're going to believe that they're different, aren't you?
I will believe it.
Until you go and fucking taste them.
Correct.
And what are you going to discover?
That it's all just water.
All one. Oneness in diversity, we call it.
Yeah.
Now you see all these human beings that you see.
Yeah.
They're spirits living in different color physical bodies. We are not our bodies. When you look with the eyes, you're not seeing me, you are seeing the body. When you look at my body and say I'm a black man, that is a program. You was programmed from birth, yeah, to believe that you are blacks and whites. But you fuck all like that. You're just a spirit in a body full of the same stinking shit.
That's a powerful statement. Because again, I always say the noise, the politics, the wars, the politicians, all of it keeps us, blacks need to show more black people beating other people up. Sure, white people have to fear them. Show more white people, say white supremacists more. Hey, show is divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. And every asset of humanity, they have dehumanized us. Even right down to, listen, I'm going to tell you a little story, okay? When you, yes, the world, let's take a ball player, okay? Let's take a ball player. I knew this ball player, famous, very famous, signed with the New York Yankees, okay? Signed with the New York Yankees. He wanted to play with the New York Yankees. It was towards the end of his career. And I was playing somewhere, and he was going to come to the comedy club with me, him, and one other person. He goes, come by my New York City apartment. I go by the apartment. It's ridiculous. It's like the movies. It's just, you can see for miles. The views are insane. It's a penthouse. It's ridiculous. His wife comes out. And you can tell he was a little edgy. And his wife was, I said, hey, how you doing? She's like, good to see you. I said, what's the matter? She went, I hate it here. I hate it here. We can't walk anywhere. They're like freaks here. He walks down the street and there's people with cameras. We didn't have that in the last place we lived. He can't play ball with his kids. He used to play in the backyard with the kids. The kids miss him. He walks down the street with the kids and these bananas are filming him and they're running up to him, not even paying attention to the child. And they're, oh my God, sign this, sign that, sign this. Because we don't see the human being. We see the idol in our heads. Oh my God, you don't even see the child. You don't see the father. You don't see, this is a human being. And the wife said, we're not staying here if we make the playoffs. I heard her say, we're taking the kids away. So no matter what, we're leaving the beginning of October. We're not doing this anymore. I want the kids in the other school, and you can live here and live. And he was distraught. He was distraught. His family was in shambles, but he had the penthouse and a brand new car and a a big contract. And he went to New York. He's the greatest team in here. And lo and behold, they made it to the playoffs, and I believe he ended up on the injury list. I know another human being, absolutely huge human being, and I watched this person get tormented because his management kept saying, tour more, tour more, tour more, keep going on tour, keep going on tour, right? And he had a drug issue. And I think I was one of his last dates that I ever performed with him. And he probably was going to be one of the greatest comedians of our time. It was Mitch Hedberg. And that was a big lesson for me. The lesson was, wow, never trust the people that run this industry. Because they don't care. If that was my son, I would never send my son out to go do gigs when I knew my son was struggling with his life, with drugs. But hey, I need my commission. This agent needs their commission. This manager needs their commission. And the next one's in line to take your place. That's dehumanizing. We dehumanize. You watch the news, you dehumanize. We need to humanize again. You know what I learned about? I learned a lot about race. I'll be the first one to tell you, I was racist as I was bad. I was bad. Growing up, I was bad. Let's make a confession here. And the stories about me, they're all laughing, they're all scared to death. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Okay? But it goes back to this video. This video is hard for a lot of people to learn. Listen, the end of my street was all black people. We were all white. We didn't cross the road. We were scared. We were scared because everyone that lived around us, like, that's what they do. They read the paper every day in a newspaper. It'd be like, black people bad. They murder, they kill, they rape, they're horrible. If you see one walking down the street, run for your life. Or try to find a really big, heavy woman. They love that. Wait, I'm putting them out there. So. It's hacky, and that's okay. I know it is. So with that said, if a black person walked down the street, we'd get intense. Like, and everyone was on guard. And if we go on their side, I would hear, go on the other side, white boy. I'm just being honest. I wasn't scared at that time. They're like, hey, man, go on that side, white boy. I'm coming on this side, white boy. No problem, but you can't come on our side. I'll go get my denim jacket, let you know how serious I am. That's what I would do if I had to go to the candy store, and it was because their side was black and our side was white. If I saw a black guy cross the street, like, oh, God, I got to put on my denim jacket. You don't want any of this, black person. This white kid's got his denim jacket on. I should write that down and work on that. That's right there. I need to work on that, the racism stuff. They're all so nervous. Like, YouTube's going to cancel us any minute. Not if you're honest and you're sincere and you have a good message. So then I worked at Sears, and Sears, I would drive. I started becoming friends because it was guys from Jamaica, Queens, black. I'd drive some home. I'd drive a guy home once in a while, drive a couple guys, some guys home. I'd be freaked out. I'm like, where do you live? Oh, man, I'm like way in there, you know? And I'm like, whoa, I'm in deep in there, boy. Don't get a flat tire. Don't get a flat tire. And then I got this show, the Uptown Comedy Club. And when I got the Uptown Comedy Club, it was in Harlem. So here's this white kid who grew up in an intense racial tension area. And now I'm in Harlem, 125th and 5th. I'm in it. I'm not like on the edge. I'm in it. And that was the beginning of seeing past boundaries of what I was taught, or what I feared, and what I was told to fear. Just like this guy said, if you fill a black bottle, a white bottle, a yellow bottle, all with water, what do you see? You don't see the water inside them. You don't see their souls. You don't see their spirits. You only see this, and this. And whatever it is, that was all programmed. They do this and they like that, and they keep them in those areas. I couldn't believe I'd walk through Harlem and I'd go, why is there... I never heard of walking into a like what I call a candy store and be able to buy 2 cigarettes. Like, how does that work? And I'm like, yo, let me get 1 cigarette. Let me get 2 cigarettes. I'm like, you guys do that? My neighborhood, you can't do it. They're like, here you go, you pack, stupid. I mean, there was none of that. And then I would hang outside on the corner and I would talk to people going, and they were curious. Everyone thought I was a cop. Everybody in Harlem thought I was a police officer on my life. Everyone. And on my life, this one day, this guy comes up to me and he goes, I swear to God, he goes, you know, the problem is the Haitians. This is what he said. He goes, it ain't, you know, people are talking about the Jamaicans, but the Jamaicans work way harder. It's the Haitians. They're bringing here and they work for, and I went, hey man, I'm not a cop. He said, whoa. And he started getting into like, who breaks the law? And I'm like, I'm not a cop, dude. Dude, I'm just standing. He's like, you ain't a cop? What'd you do? I said, no, man, I'm a cast member on the Uptown Comedy Club. And then 2 weeks later, he walked by and be like, yo, man, you stupid. You stupid. And I didn't know what that meant. It meant good. Stupid then was good. You stupid. It was, and then the neighborhood, I'd start parking my car and I'd walk down the street and there was these women I'd always pass and they go, what's up, white boy? You gonna make us laugh today? You gonna make us laugh, white boy? I'm like, I'm gonna do my best. And you know, then my wife's like making cookies and we're cutting them. I had them at my wedding. The point of the story is, I know this sounds corny with a lot of people. I'm being brutally honest. I saw the souls. I didn't see color anymore. I became friends with Tracy Morgan on a level where I sobbed when I thought he might have died in that car crash, because he changed my life. He inspired my life. He'll never show that side of him, but he's a deep spiritual human being, like very deep and spiritual. He's extremely uplifting. He's an incredible soul. And we had a conversation one day for what seemed for hours in Harlem. And then I got to know everyone there. And we became friends. We looked after each other. The producers, no one had an ego. There was no, I thought this is what show business was. This was my first taste of real show business. People looking after each other. Everyone would come in like, Jim, come on, man, let's write you a character. I'm like, I'd even have that on SNL. It's just nothing wrong with it. It's just everyone writes for themselves, or it wasn't like that. And then I remember after becoming friends, and I drop off a cast member here, and me and Deborah Wilson would talk for hours, and Maceo, and we became friends. Not just hangout friends, we talk life. When you break the boundary of, where did your dad grow up? My dad grew up in this, and then he had a heart attack. Oh, dude, my heart attack. You start talking about family. You start talking about your adventures as a family. You're talking about the struggles of your family. You're talking about the struggles of life. And then we start bonding closer, and you realize, if this person's no different than my friend Larry. This guy's just like this one's just like my Aunt Rhea. And I would walk down the street. It felt so good. It felt so good to be able not to walk down. And I understood the whole fear thing, meaning if I didn't have that experience, sometimes the fear in your eye, like people walk down the street and they'll be like, oh my God, there's like three black people coming this way, when I'd be in Harlem, and they're like, oh God. Some people like will you see that fear. You see the fear. I've had that, years ago, whatever, just a couple of us, I'd see someone coming our way and they would have this fear like, oh God, they're all wearing leather jackets, they're going to beat us up. And part of me would be like, dude, are you really scared of us? And part of me was like, yeah, you bet. Give you something to be scared about. But breaking these boundaries and then I remember going home to my town that I grew up in, and I was going there to fluff my peacock feathers. I don't know if you guys know it, but I'm on television. You might want to turn on Channel 5. It's Uptown Comedy Club. Comes on at midnight. And I tell the bartender, swear to God, the place is not there anymore. And I see someone I went to school with. And he goes, Jimbo, how you been? I was, I'm on this TV show. He goes, really? I go, yeah, watch. It's called the Uptown Comedy Club. And he's watching. There's like one other guy, right? And you see, and Jim Breuer's like, dude, that's awesome. And then he starts seeing all the black cast members. And then it starts. And I'm watching like, oh my God, these guys, bro, if you knew Maceo, last night me and Maceo, we hung out at 2 a.m. We were howling, laughing, talking about our wives. We were cracking up. Then we were howling together. We hung out, dude. We cried at one point. And this guy, I'm not just saying this. This is, I'm being extremely real. He turned and he went, what's it like working with? And he hits the word. And it was a moment in my life where I went, whoa. I can't be mad. And I tried to explain. I said, no, you don't understand. These guys, my bro, I have such a good time. That's Yee Yee. Yee Yee writes all the top cop sketches. And he goes, he was mad that I was defending them. Oh, so you gotta like pretend to like it because they pay you. And however, I knew at that moment, it's not a moment to get mad. I know that sounds crazy. what it made me realize is I have moved on to a whole different human being. I was that person. Wow. This person never had the experiences. Their only experiences are from the television. Their only experiences was from the newspaper they got every day to read. So of course they're like that. But no one ever does rallies to take down news. No one ever does rallies to let's get rid of newspapers that are constantly dividing and using words like these terrorists, more white people, black this. Those are words to stir your hate, your division, and it's there to program you. Do yourself a favor. Everyone do yourself a favor. Tomorrow, let's start tomorrow. Go grab a newspaper, okay? And watch any news channel, but you cannot get emotionally involved. You can't get emotionally involved. And at the end of the day, see all the words that they use before you even have time to assess what they're talking about. I guarantee you, you will see latest terrorist attack, these low life, blood. They're already giving you the headlines. They already fed you the disease that you, yes, tell me about these terrorists so I can hate them more. Tell me about these blacks so I can fear them more. Tell me more about the division so I can feel better in my porch and take down other podcasts that aren't as good as mine. That's all it is. But it blew I couldn't argue with the guy. It wouldn't have made sense. I also can't hate the person because at the end of the day, it's not his fault. That's all he was programmed to do. And when we start discovering how programmed we are and how easy it is to look at little examples like what this video did, it slowly starts making so much more sense.